Hello everyone, today I'm going to introduce the Sustainable Development Goals, also known as the SDGs, and today our topic is no poverty. And first, we're going to see the table of content. The first off is introduction, and the second one is example, the third one is solution, and the fourth one is what Taiwan can do and how, and the last one is conclusion. Okay, first, what is SDGs? The SDGs are 17 global goals set by the United Nations in 2015. Their purpose is to end poverty, protect our planet, and ensure peace and prosperity for everyone by the year 2030. These goals serve as a shared blueprint for all countries to work together toward a fair and sustainable future. And among these 70 goals, I would like to focus on SDG 1, no poverty. This goal aims to eliminate extreme poverty around the world and is about making sure that everyone has equal access to basic resources such as food, clean water, housing, education, and healthcare. SDG 1 also emphasizes building resilience to disaster, because natural disasters often hit poor communities the hardest. By helping people prepare for and recover from this event, we can reduce vulnerability and break the cycle of poverty. Finally, achieving this goal requires cooperation between government, organizations, and individuals. Every small action counts, whether it's supporting fair trade, donating to local charities, or raising awareness about poverty issues. Together, we can make progress toward ending poverty and creating a more sustainable and equal world for all.
Here is an example from Arusha City Council in Tanzania. The local government have implemented community projects to fight poverty. For example, they have redeveloped local markets and established machine gun centers, which provide safe and organized space for street vendors to work comfortably. These initiatives help vendors and small traders run their business more efficiently. They also increase income opportunity for families and strengthen local economic activity within the community. Through this action, Arusha City is reducing poverty from its roots, not just by giving aid, but by empowering people to create a better life for themselves. In conclusion, these examples show that even small local projects can make a big difference. When communities are given opportunity, they can build a stronger, fairer, and more sustainable future for everyone.
So there are a few ways we can really help reduce poverty. First, we need better access to healthcare. If people can see a doctor when they're sick, they can stay healthy, work harder, and take care of their families. Good health means a better chance at a good life. Next is job creation and economic growth. When there are more jobs, people can earn money, live better, and support themselves instead of depending on others. It also helps the whole country grow stronger. Then we have education for all. Education gives people skills and confidence to find better jobs. It's one of the best long-term ways to break the cycle of poverty. We also need social welfare programs. Things like food aid, housing support, or small cash help can really save families when they're in a tough time. Another one is microfinance and small business support. Even a small loan can help someone start a business, earn money, and hire other people. It's a great way to build local growth. And finally, we should make sure of fair wages and labor rights. People deserve to be paid fairly for their work and be treated with respect. That's how families can live safely and comfortably. All these ideas together can make a big difference and bring us closer to ending poverty.
The problem of poverty isn't the actual poverty, it's the enormous gap between the poor and the rich. According to a statistic, the average disposable income of the top 20% of households in Taiwan is about 6 times that the bottom 20%. Researchers have found that the problem emerged because of the improper distribution of wealth. And the next page. In order to address the issue, the government has implemented several policies, including tax reform, legal minimum wage, and subsidies. When the tax reform are carried out, for example, the government levies taxes on the rich. It's implemented substantive equality instead of formal equality. Although the government doesn't levy specific taxes on the rich, it's a problem that may probably happen one day. Other actions such as carry out the legal minimum wage could increase the unemployment rate. In other words, more laborers are well paid, but in the same time, more laborers are unemployed. Subsidy is a great solution to the problem, but an increase in the government's financial expenditure is something that the officials do not want to see. Subsidies are usually for a specific group of people, which is not formal, fair to everyone. These actions are all extraordinary, but it's a double-edged sword. When one side are benefits, the other side gets nothing. And the next page. There are some assumptions that should be set up when discussing the wealth gap. First, a proper use of public funds. Second, a friendly society, which help others in need. Third, a proper use of resources. And the last is the suppliers doesn't only pursue the best interest, and customers doesn't only pursue minimal cost. When the above mentioned are all satisfied, a more friendly society would emerge. So, in conclusion, although the government carry out a bunch of policies trying to eradicate poverty, it has no significant effect when the assumptions above exists in reality. There's really a solution of Gordian knot.
Taiwan's poverty issue mainly comes from the unequal distribution of wealth. In recent years, the cost of living has continued to rise, especially in big cities like Taipei. High housing prices and daily expenses make it extremely difficult for young people and low-income families to save any money. Even if they work full-time, their income often can't keep up with their fast increase in prices, which is also known as inflation. This creates a situation where the rich continues to invest and earn more, while the poor struggles just to survive. The government has tried to fix this by raising the minimum wage and offer more social welfare programs, but these actions haven't been enough. The income gap and housing inequality are still serious problems. In addition, many jobs today are unstable or low-paying, especially for people without higher education. As a result, many young workers feel stuck. They work hard but see little improvements in their living conditions. Overall, Taiwan's poverty problem isn't only about money itself. It's about limited opportunities and a system that favors the wealthy. To truly solve it, Taiwan must rethink how to create fair choices for everyone in the economy. To address poverty more effectively, we can learn from common international solutions that have worked in many other developed countries. The first and most important step is education access. When people receive better education, they gain professional skills and higher chances to find stable and well-paid jobs. This is the most sustainable way to break the poverty cycle. Secondly, the government should continue to raise the minimum wage, but also make sure small businesses can afford it through proper financial support. Third, healthcare access must be improved. Medical expenses often cause people to fall into poverty, so a stronger healthcare system can prevent that. And in most cases, most poor families couldn't afford healthcare at all. Next, education and business support programs are needed to encourage entrepreneurship, helping people start small businesses and create their own opportunities. Finally, public policy should focus on reducing inequality, not just increasing average income. If education, healthcare, and fair wages work together, Taiwan can build a more balanced society where everyone has a real chance to live decently and contribute to the country's growth. And that'll be all for our presentation. Thank you.